G. What's going on, good people of YouTube? That boy Treezy here. Welcome to part 5 of Titanfall with Treezy. We are going back to the Lagoon in Attrition on Titanfall for the Xbox 360. Now, in part 4, I was yapping on about, and look at that little lineup there. Did you see that my opposing team, all Gen 2 players, and I'm rolling with Gen 1 players? But I am a Gen 9, so, you know what I mean, the experience level might balance out. Will I still get MVP? Stay tuned to find out. So cheesy, that boy Cheesy. But anyway, in the last episode I was talking about Titan loadouts, and I got so into it, so carried away, I had to, I'm going to have to continue the conversation in this video. So, as I said, primary weapons, I like my chain gun. I like all the weapons really besides the plasma gun. Now, you know, all the weapons are effective. It's just it depends how you use them, what situation you're in. And as for the plasma gun, you know, obviously I have had good usage of each weapon because you have to, obviously, for the regen requirement. So as for the plasma gun, it's a good weapon, it's a strong weapon. Only thing is, I don't like, you know, having to zoom in, charge it up to get the most power out of it, because it kills your mobility, your mobility and agility. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to like peek round corners and shit, all zoomed in with my plasma gun just to get that one hit, and then if you miss it, oh my god, what a, you know, it's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much the reason why I don't like that. But again, you know what I mean, from a distance, especially in some sweaty games, the last Titan standings that I've played, again, going back to Smuggler's Cove, you'll have, like, obviously each team's Titans start at opposite ends of the map, and I had a really sweaty game where every single Titan was just staying on their side of the map that they started on, just trying to like long range kill the life out of each other. It was terrible. But again, it was the guys with the plasma guns that were doing the most damage, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's not talk too much about the plasma gun. The other weapons I do like, I like the arc cannon. I think that's a pretty nice weapon. That's the kind of charge up electricity firing gun, which can also jump from the Titan or pilot you just hit to any other enemies who are nearby at the time. So that's good for getting rid of like multiple grunts, multiple spectres. Excuse me. What else we got? The 40mm cannon. That's another nice weapon. Effective, super effective if you're pretty crafty with your aiming, because you know you do need to be on point, and from a distance, you know, if a Titan's moving to the left, you do need to place your shot in front of the Titan, you know, to allow for bullet travel. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, you know, I'm not so good with, you know, placing shots in this game, so that's why I do lean more towards instant hit weapons like chain guns and arc cannons and stuff like that. But again, you know, at all ranges, the 40mm cannon is a pretty good weapon, and obviously you get the modifications for it that you unlock that turn it into, you know, a burst fire weapon. I never tried it though, to be honest with you. I just did what I did with the regen requirement and left it at that. Excuse me. What else we got? We got the quad rockets. I like that weapon as well. Again, a slow traveling weapon, so it does need a bit of placement aiming in one-on-one dodging left to right battles, but effective. The only thing is with that weapon is I used to damage my own Titan so much, because I just go in all aggressive, you know what I mean, using the boost to get right in the other Titan's face, and I'd just be blasting and blasting and blasting, and just like smashing my own Titan in the process, making it an easier kill for them. Obviously 4 rockets coming out your cannon at the same time, or 3, no 4, that's why it's called quad, on enemy infantry, very effective. Excuse me again. What else do we have? We have the sort of like quad rockets, the arc cannons, the chain gun, the plasma gun, or the grenade launcher. I, I don't know. It's probably my second to last favourite weapon. It's good, but obviously, you know, it literally launches grenades that then take a few seconds to explode. So in terms of range and even medium range, yeah, not so hot. Close range, you know, wiping out infantry, damaging the life out of the Titan. Close range, very devastating, very explosive, very effective. You know what I'm saying? So that's the primary weapons of the Titans. Now, I see a hell of a lot of people rocking the Vortex Shield for Titans, which is, it's a nice weapon to a degree. You know what I'm saying? But I prefer the smoke all day long because I can't stand it when I get rodeoed. Because, oh, what a pain in the ass that is. Because obviously at the beginning of each gen, you've only got the Vortex Shield for a while. So as soon as someone jumps on the back of your Titan, I can't help but notice that a lot of other people just don't seem to register that you've got an enemy on your back. You can be stood in front of two friendly Titans. There's a guy on the top of your Titan shooting away unsuppressed weapons, so his red dots flashing all over the radar, and they're looking around like, oh my god, where is he? Is he underneath you? Is he flying above you or something? No, he's on the back of my fucking Titan shooting me. Get him off! You know what I mean? It's so annoying. And then they'll start trying to shoot you when they finally clocked on. By that time you're half damaged and, you know, borderline getting to too damn late. All they've got to do when I see an enemy on top of another Titan is just run up to it and punch it. That's all you got to do. Your melee pretty much auto locks onto the guy on his back and then they're done with. So yeah, I can't stand being rodeoed, so I just have to rock the electric smoke. Because obviously if someone jumps on your back, you get alerted to it. Crouch, you don't have to crouch, fire your smoke, stand still, boom, they'll be forced to get off or they'll just stay on and die. So that's why I rock the electric smoke. I do like the Vortex Shield, it's alright, but I do, you know, it can be quite difficult to hit the opposing player with what they've just fired into your shield, because it travels back at kind of a, it seems to always be a second slower than you'd expect, and if it misses, it's just a waste of time having blocked, you know what I mean, all the you know, bullets and rockets and whatnot that have just come flying at you. The particle wall, nah, not so much. I mean, I see people using it quite effectively from a distance if they're like coming down a tight passageway, a tight path, then yeah, that is not so bad then, because then you're having to waste ammo to destroy it. But when people use it at close distance, what a waste of time. If someone uses it against me, I'll be shooting them, they'll put the particle wall up, I'll just boost right through it, punch them in the face, which does, you know, a nice amount of damage, and then just keep firing at them. The particle wall just gets forgotten about. And a little tip as well, particle walls don't kill pilots who are rodeoing your Titan. I've seen so many people with pilots on the back trying to walk in and out of the particle walls, kill them. Doesn't work. What else have we got? The multi-target lock missile system. I like that best because, you know what I mean, it's just fire, kind of like fire and forget. It locks on so rapidly. I just fire it one at a time. I don't, you know, lock all 14 missiles on and then fire it, because if they miss, what a waste. So I just do one at a time and just keep tapping it. Obviously effective at pretty much all ranges besides extreme long ranges, and obviously good for when you're reloading. As for the rocket salvo that you are stuck with when you first unlock at the beginning of your generation, it's still not a bad weapon, not accurate at medium to long range, but you know, obviously devastating at close range and good for infantry as well. I like to use the rocket salvo along with a weapon that's not going to be good against infantry. So if I'm having to use the plasma gun, for example, which is such a pain in the ass for me personally anyway to hit pilots with, I'll just wipe them out with a rocket salvo instead. You know what I'm saying? And then if I'm using something that's easy to hit infantry with, i.e. a chain gun, arc cannon, whatever, I'll switch my ordnance system to the multi-target rocket system instead, because the only thing is with that ordnance, it doesn't lock onto pilots. Okay. And that's about it really for the loadouts. As for the perks, what do I use? I don't use the big punch so much, even though obviously it's quite heavy on the damage. The way it sends your Titan flying forward, again, if you miss, you're left vulnerable for a few seconds, which is very, very valuable. Eventually I use the, oh god, what's it called? The one with the picture of the hand that looks like it's saying stop, that reloads your ability faster, which is like your smoke. I either use that or the one that reloads your ordnance faster, which will be in my multi-rocket system. And then I'll also use the one that charges your core ability quicker, not necessarily the one that lasts longer. Because I feel on average, despite being a good player at the game, you want it to charge faster so you can use it more often. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, it's hard to explain in a way. I think if you're a weaker player, then yeah, use the one that makes your core last longer, because you're probably only going to get to use it once within a Titan life. But for me, I feel confident in a Titan, so I'm going to use the one that allows me to use the core power more times. You know what I'm saying? Such clever thinking. I'm talking about this stuff and it's just brilliant. But anyway, that's enough about Titan loadouts. I hope you've enjoyed my little waffle. Till the next time, not sure what I'm going to talk about yet. Stay tuned for part 6, and thanks for watching.